You may think you know Spider-Man, but here are 12 facts you might not know about everyone's favorite friendly neighborhood wall crawler. Spider-Man first appeared in 1962's Amazing Fantasy number 15, in a story by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. This would be the final issue of that series, which had previously been a science fiction anthology called Amazing Adult Fantasy, but which Lee used as a tryout for Spider-Man after the success of the Fantastic Four. Although Stan Lee often repeats a story about being inspired to create Spider-Man by seeing a fly walk up a wall, more likely he was inspired by pulp character the Spider, Archie Comics hero the Fly, DC Comics hero Hawkman, and a radioactive man-spider that appeared in Journey into Mystery a month before Spider-Man's debut. Everyone knows that Peter Parker gained spider powers after being bitten by a radioactive spider, but a 2001 storyline revealed that the radiation didn't matter. Peter's powers were supernatural in nature, and the spider that bit him was a magical totem who intended to pass on the powers anyway. The name Spider-Man has a hyphen in it so that it looks visually distinct from Superman, and Peter Parker has an alliterative name to help Stan Lee remember it, which is the same reason Reed Richards, Bruce Banner, Matt Murdock, and others have alliterative names. But that didn't stop notoriously absent-minded Lee from calling his character Superman and Peter Palmer on panel. Most fans are familiar with Spider-Man's loving Aunt May and Uncle Ben, who raised him, but the reason he was orphaned was that his parents, Richard and Mary Parker, were actually secret agents who were killed by Captain America villain Red Skull. Although Peter Parker's most famous job is taking selfies for the Daily Bugle, he has also worked as a high school science teacher, an engineer at Horizon Labs, a TV star, president and CEO of his own company, Parker Industries, and an instructor at the X-Men School. Spider-Man's best-known loves are his college girlfriend, Gwen Stacy, and his one-time wife, Mary Jane Watson. But he has also had relationships with Daily Bugle secretary Betty Brant, high school crush Liz Allen, villain-turned-partner Black Cat, police officer Charlie Cooper, secretary Deb Whitman, and many, many others. Spider-Man is generally considered a solo hero, but in his time he has been a member of the Avengers Reserves, the New Avengers, the New Fantastic Four, the Future Foundation, the Outlaws, the Secret Defenders, and the Heroes for Hire. In a 1974 story, a car company offered Spider-Man an endorsement deal if he would drive a special Spider-Mobile they created for him. At first, Spider-Man refused because, as a lifelong New Yorker, he did not know how to drive. Nevertheless, he accepted the offer because he needed the money, but just ended up driving the spider buggy into the river. Spider-Man has undergone a number of strange physical transformations in his history, including the time he became Spider-Hulk, the time he got 6 arms, the time he got cosmic powers, the time he became a spider, this other time he became a spider, the time he got bone claws, and the time he became a lizard person. Peter Parker is the best-known Spider-Man, but other people who have worn the webs include Spider-Man clone Ben Reilly, an alternate universe Gwen Stacy, Peter's possible future daughter May Parker, Deadpool more than once, villain Dr. Octopus, and Miles Morales, Spider-Man from another universe. A live-action TV version of Spider-Man aired in Japan in 1978. In this version, Spider-Man is a young motorcycle racer named Takuya Yamashiro, who gets powers from the planet Spider and fights monsters by summoning his giant robot Leopardon, which would kick off the trope of giant robots in Japanese action shows. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Comics.